today to Dunkin' Donuts Park. My name is Jeff Dooley, and I'm the voice of the Yard Goats, and great seeing everyone here today. Last night, the Yard Goats played their first game since September of 2019 and got the win in Richmond, Virginia. But it all starts for real next Tuesday night as the Goats will be back home at this beautiful ballpark with fans in the seats. Now, it's often said that the Yard Goats are so much more than a baseball team, and today we'd like to use our platform to impact more than just baseball fans. And with that, I'd like to introduce Yard Goats team president, Tim Restall. Tim?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Dunkin' Donuts Park today. Before I start, I would be remiss if I do not take the opportunity to thank everyone up here today. I don't have often the opportunity to bat leadoff. I was more of an 8 or 9 spot when I was playing Little League. But I want to personally thank Jeff, the mayor, the governor, the senator, and all your leadership and guidance through this pandemic. There's finally a light at the end of the tunnel, and the future is looking bright. It's hard to believe that next Tuesday, when the Yard Goats take the field, that it will be 621 days since the last game. That's a long time. And we are looking forward to welcoming fans back to Dunkin' Donuts Park. The Yard Goats games are so much more than baseball. It's truly about the experience at the park. From fans sporting their Yard Goats gear to families enjoying a night out, from eating some extreme foods like our munchkins wrapped in bacon, to getting a selfie with Fancy Pants, the Goats. Yes, we have live goats at our games. Our fans' experiences at the ballpark is our top priority. That's why I am excited to announce that in partnership with Hartford HealthCare today, starting next Tuesday, fans will be able to get their vaccination shots at Dunkin' Donuts Park during Yard Goats games and select games for the month of May. A big part of the reason we're able to get back to the ballpark is the number of fans getting vaccinations. Like baseball, it's a numbers game, and we want to continue to be part of the solution. Speaking of numbers, fans that receive their vaccination at Dunkin' Donuts Park will receive a Dunkin' Donuts gift card, go figure, right? Thank you, Dunkin', and 4 tickets to come back to a future game to cheer on the Goats. I'd like to now bring up Jeff Flax, the CEO from Hartford HealthCare. When we first met with Jeff years ago, we had a bunch of ideas and visions and sketches of what we thought Dunkin' Donuts Park would be. Afterwards, Jeff said 2 words, "We're in." And from that moment forward, he's always been there. Hartford HealthCare over the years has taken care of our families, our staff, our players and coaches, and now vaccinating our fans at the ballpark. It takes a team, and we're very appreciative of the partnership with Hartford HealthCare. Jeff?
Good afternoon. This is a home run, Tim, today. We're so grateful to be here. The Yard Goats do such an exceptional job, and at Hartford HealthCare, we've been here before day one, and we're so delighted to see people within our community to be able to safely come back together, to come out to the ballpark, to enjoy all of the great aspects culturally within our communities, and the Yard Goats being one of those really exceptional opportunities and experiences. In this moment, this is a race. This continues to be a race. This is a race to get the vaccine safely and efficiently to as many people who choose to get the vaccine within our state, with our communities, as quickly and as safely as possible. You know, in so many parts of our lives, we yearn for things to go back to normal. How great will it be to see this stadium back to 50% capacity, to see our home team take the field? We're going to see the nurses of Hartford HealthCare sing the national anthem on opening night. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful moment. And as we yearn for things to go back to normal, in healthcare, we will not accept things to go back to normal because things need to be better than normal. They already are better than normal, and they will continue to get better than normal. With the exceptional support of our governor, our senators, our mayors, we have been able to see Connecticut flourish across this country in terms of getting the vaccine to as many of our residents as possible, as quickly as we can. Our job is to create access, it's to educate and to inform and to remove barriers. We need more creativity. We have learned a great deal during this pandemic. The issues around health equity have to be addressed. It has shined a bright light on the inequities within healthcare. And it's examples like what we will do with the Yard Goats, the ingenuity of an event like this, the creativity, the innovation is what will allow us to transform healthcare, to bring more access more easily, do it more comfortably, more safely where people are. We need to meet people where they are. We will continue to build on the partnerships we have with churches, with community centers, with federally qualified health centers, with community agencies, and with our professional sports teams. Our job is to leverage these partnerships. So in this moment, starting this first home game, we will have minimally 100 people who come to the game become vaccinated. And if there's more need and more demand, we will do whatever is necessary to bring more vaccines. So we're going to work to meet as much interest and need as there is in this moment, and we're very excited to do it. We're committed to do it for the next 6 home games, and to the extent that there's greater need, we will extend it. Because this is about leveraging things like mobile health. And this is one of those examples where our team who is here today has become so competent and so capable at deploying healthcare resources and services, whether it's pop-up centers in parking lots, whether it's in churches or community centers, or now in this ballpark. This is how we're going to change healthcare. And this is how we're going to do a better job addressing the inequities within healthcare. So it's my pleasure as we go forward to recognize that we will ensure that no community will be left behind, no person will be left behind. And within Hartford HealthCare, we will do whatever is necessary to help the governor lead this effort to get more than 80%. Right? We're working to get 100%. Every person who wants to be vaccinated as quickly as possible. So the partnership we have with the mayor here in Hartford, with Mayor Bronin, has been tremendous. We couldn't be more grateful for every time we need help, support, you are there for us, and you're also pushing us to be more creative, and it's a wonderful partnership. Thank you, Mayor Bronin.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and the Hartford HealthCare team, Tim, and the Yard Goats team, and Governor and Senator. It is great to be with you today. You know, Jeff just talked about partnerships. We are blessed in this city and in this state to have phenomenal partnerships. We're incredibly lucky to have federal delegation. Senator Blumenthal, Senator Murphy, our members of Congress who are down there fighting and advocating to make sure we've got the resources to put this pandemic in the past. A governor whose team could not be more accessible and more focused on getting this vaccine out into our community and beating this thing. And we're so grateful to the governor and his team for that. Healthcare partners like Hartford HealthCare that are best in the country, that are being creative in getting this vaccine out into our community. Mobile clinics, showing up everywhere and anywhere we ask them to, working side by side to get rid of barriers, making it so that now you can walk up to any of their large vaccination sites and just show up with no appointment and get that vaccine. And then incredible local partners and teammates like the Yard Goats. It's important to say that this isn't the beginning of the Yard Goats' work to beat this virus. They've been partnering with us now for months. Every single weekend, you could come here and get a vaccine from administered by our health department with many partners, but right here at Yard Goats Park because of the partnership of Tim and the Yard Goats team. You know, Jeff said that this is a home run, not to be outdone. This is your chance to turn a double play. Come and watch a great game and get the vaccine at the same time. You know, come on down. But I will say one other thing, seriously. You know, it is great that there's the opportunity to come here, watch the Yard Goats in person, be back in the stands, and get your vaccine. But I will also say this. There is no reason to wait until the Yard Goats are playing to get that vaccine. Any day of the week here in Hartford, there are half a dozen sites where you can show up, walk up, no appointment necessary, and get that vaccine. And then you can come to the game feeling all the more safe and secure, knowing that you've already been protected. But if you haven't gotten it, here's one more option for you. And I hope that you take full advantage of it. The governor and his team have allowed us to put Connecticut in the lead. Connecticut is the first state in the country to hit that threshold of half of all adults vaccinated. But we have a long, long way to go. And here in Hartford and in cities like Hartford, we've got an even longer way to go. So this partnership is all the more important here, and it's just one example of the creative partnerships that we're trying every day to make it as easy as possible to get that vaccine. So no barriers, no excuses. This is a way to get it while having some fun. And remember, you don't need insurance, you don't need a prescription, you don't need to pay, you don't need an appointment. And if you need a ride, we'll give it to you, even if it's here at a Yard Goats game. Thanks so much, everybody. And now it is my privilege to introduce our incredible and tireless United States Senator, Dick Blumenthal, who, that word tireless doesn't really do justice to Dick Blumenthal. He is out there fighting on our behalf all the time. Senator, great to see you, and thank you.
Thank you. Not a double play. Triple play. The game, the vaccine, 4 tickets. What's not to like? But seriously, this is really what leadership looks like. This is what teamwork looks like. And frankly, this is what outreach looks like. Let's face it, to meet the president's goal, 70% by July 4th, every single tactic of outreach is going to have to be used. And this one is at the top of the list. Tickets to a great game, other kinds of incentives are absolutely key to reaching that last person who says, I'm going to put it off, I'm hesitant. Tickets to the game are what can draw people out to take the vaccine. This incentive is absolutely vital. Now, it is true that Connecticut is ahead of the nation, but only because of the hard work of our healthcare providers, of our clinics and hospitals all around the state. I have seen Hartford HealthCare literally from one corner of the state to another, in parking lots, in clinics, in baseball stadiums, where I came to the vaccination clinics here. All across the state, we have come together, our National Guard, our nurses and docs, the leadership of our hospitals and systems like Hartford HealthCare, and today the Yard Goats are stepping up. I want to just thank the Yard Goats, undefeated so far this season, 1-0. And I'm sure it's going to be a great season. People are ready to come to a ball game. And I want to just conclude by saying a thank you to the governor, who has been the leader of this team through thick and thin, bad times and more hopeful ones. We now seem to be turning the corner. No reason for complacency. We need to reach every single person, every hesitant or resistant person. Play ball, come to the ballpark, free vaccination, and tickets to future games, and a great game that you'll see that day. Couldn't be better. And the governor has been leading with courage and strength throughout this process, putting Connecticut ahead of every other state. Proud to introduce him today.
All right, thank you, Senator Blumenthal. And first of all, the Yard Goats are undefeated, and Connecticut's starting to win again. You know, we've got over 50% of our people have had their 2 shots, first in the country. We're winning, but we can only win with the help of each and every one of you. As Luke said, 50% is 50%. We still have a long way to go. And we got to work hard with younger people, the so-called invincibles. And that's why this promotion is so incredible, this incentive. Jeff, I cannot thank you and the folks at Hartford Health, everything you've done. You're nuts. You got to come and see the funnest team in baseball, the undefeated team in baseball. You come and get yourself vaccinated right here on game day. You get yourself vouchers for 4 different tickets. 4. New York, they're offering 1 ticket. We're offering 4 tickets. And this is how we get people energized. So you got to tell your friends and you got to make sure they tell their friends how important this is. I love what I see going around. You know, baseball teams are getting all their folks vaccinated. They say if you're all vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask in the dugout. If you're all vaccinated, you can sit in the back of the bus and play cards. Right now, they got to be separated. We're doing everything we can to give people the incentive to get vaccinated. And finally, you get 4 tickets, and you get to dance with Chompers and Choo Choo. What could be better than that? They got their vaccine. They're safe. You will be too. Tell your friends it's really important.
Well, thank you. If anyone has any questions. Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, people will be able to make appointments through our website or show up and just walk up. So it's either by appointment or by walking up. Secondly, we are intending to do 100 shots per game, but if we see after doing it that there's more need, more demand, or we see more website activity, we'll bring more vaccine. So we plan to do as many people as want to get vaccinated, we will do here, and we will do during the games. And initially, we've committed for the first 6 games in May, but to the extent there's more need, more demand, and Tim Restel okays it, we'll be here. You know, we're committed to doing whatever, you know, however we can help and support the community. Yes, yes. But as Mayor Bronin said, at the same point, you can go today to for walk-in right to the convention center here in Hartford at any point in time, and anyone can be vaccinated. So we want to make it as accessible, 7 days a week, extended hours, all different types of locations, and importantly, our mobile units have gone out several thousand times. We've had our mobile units now over 2,000 different locations in Connecticut delivering vaccine alone. So we are multiple places every day.
And from the healthcare perspective, too, the governor mentioned the youth. I mean, is that really the draw of having people, having the shots here? Is it the youth that you want to get, or what population? You mentioned access.
It's everybody. It's everybody. But we are trying to reach out, and I applaud the Yard Goats, again, for their creativity, their ingenuity. As Mayor Bronin said, they've been part of this fight since the very beginning. They've made the stadium available for vaccines, but inviting more people in, there is an opportunity from a spontaneity standpoint that when people show up here, they're feeling good. We're going to make it as easy as they possibly can to just walk around the corner and get the vaccine. And hopefully there'll be some people urging them to do so and informing them. And we'll have our team providing education also on site so people have confidence in the vaccine and the safety that we're going to put in place to observe them when they have it.
Signage and stuff, you just follow your signs and...
Correct.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else? Well, thanks everyone for coming today. We really appreciate your support. And go Yard Goats.